Why, hello, replay viewers. Let's see who tunes on in. Activity 79, first one in the room, and good to see you, Marley and Paul and Sunshine After the Rain. Deacon, Ramona, Dave Jeffries, Chilla D, and ABX Girl. Welcome all into the show, guys. Good to see you, JC Droid, Robert T. Welcome, the ABX Girl, Paul, Sunshine After the Rain, Tina, Paul, Sunshine After the Rain, Rosalind, Chilla D, Jay Chulo. Welcome. Good to see you, Ramona. Welcome. Good to see you, Sunshine After the Rain. Good to see you, Mark. Good to see you, Ramona. Good to see you, Sunshine After the Rain. Good to see you, Activity 79. Good to see you, Ramona. Good to see you, Pretty Girl, Nay. We have caught up with the chat. Welcome to South Ferry, Staten Island Ferry. And we have 3 hours to kill today. Good to see you, the Daily Watcher. Welcome. Tamara's watching out there in Texas. Welcome. Front, welcome. And Boa Tarde Robinson Lopez, welcome. Welcome to the Staten Island Ferry. We're not riding the Staten Island Ferry, though, today. We are exploring Manhattan. I really have nothing in mind today, so, yeah. But let's, this is where it all begins, Lower Manhattan. This is where it all begins. Lower Manhattan. Hey, you guys want to see a little piece of New Amsterdam? I could show you it. WGW checking on in out there in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Welcome. Here we are. We're in Peter Minuit Plaza now, and it's windy. So sorry about the wind noise. Still waiting for my aftermarket splitter. But here is a little bit of New Amsterdam. Here is the Costello plan from 1660. This is what New Amsterdam looks like just before it becomes New York. In 1624, really 1623, but 1624, the Dutch come over here to Manhattan, Island of Many Hills, as the Lenape used to call it. And they begin their settlement, their trading post, if you will, called New Amsterdam. This lasts until 1664, when the British come into the harbor and take over New Amsterdam. New Amsterdam becomes New York over the course of a weekend, 355 years ago, or something like that. 350 something years ago. Kind of amazing. But good to see you, RJ, out there in Colorado. Good to see you, Donna. Good to see you, Ron in Rotterdam. Good to see you, Lornu. Welcome. Welcome to the show, everyone. Good to see you, Marty. Nothing of Dutch New York remains. Nothing remains of Dutch New York. Oh, it's 12 o'clock. Let's do it. The bells are ringing, everyone. The bells are ringing. The bells are ringing. JC, yes, it actually thundered and lightning last night here in New York City, which was kind of amazing. Thunder and lightning. Thunder and lightning, usually not a normal thing in New York in the wintertime, but I guess it's a new thing now. But as we facilitate an AOL chat, I want to thank everyone for tuning on in. For whom the bell tolls, yes indeed. Yeah, you heard thunder, Marty? It was crazy last night. It was like lightning and thundering. It was crazy. Put away my coffee. Throw away my coffee. Drink my coffee. We have 50 people tuning on in here on a very windy day. Bloody hell, it's windy. Very strange weather. Yes, indeed. Woo. Yeah, very strange weather. By the way, this wind is not necessarily a very cold wind, but it's chilly. I wouldn't say it's warm, but it could be colder. It is January. Across the street, the shrine of Elizabeth Ann Seton, the first American-born saint, right across the street. Buildings from just after the British era, living right here. I want to say, right, this is like the newer one, and that's the older one. Let's read the plaques across the street once I get the light. We're going to make our way, for the most part, up Broadway. I think we'll see the Ghostbusters house today, if you want to see that. People tuning out, no doubt, because of the wind noise I see. That's cool. Ooh, it's cold. As I start getting cooled down after being in the subway for a little bit. Let's see how old these buildings are across the street, shall we? Yeah, the buildings do look out of place. I mean, you got all this new stuff all around them. Got all this new stuff right next to them. Here we are. This is the very southern tip of Manhattan Island, right here. But yes, we're gonna go to Ghostbusters Firehouse today. I figure since we're gonna go in that direction. All right, let's read the. This is the Watson house here. This is something I'm gonna try to memorize here. This structure, now the Roman Catholic Church of Our Lady of Rosary, was designed by John McComb in the Federal style, built at around 1800. Wow. When many other mansions occupied this fashionable thoroughfare. Wow. Okay. So it's a vintage building, people. It's very vintage. Now I want to say this is the older one over here. Let's see if this one has a plaque on it too. No, yes it does. Huh? Somebody's Amazon package came in. This chapel is built on the site of the home of Elizabeth Ann Seton. Her daughter Rebecca was born here. The Setons lived here from 1801 to 1803. Miss Seton, wife, mother, educator, and founder of the Sisters of the Charity, was canonized on September 14th, 1975. This tablet, erected in loving devotion of the New York State Catholic Daughters of America, January 4th, 1977. That's when this plaque came in here. Kind of cool. This building is way old though. Good to see you, Dave. Welcome. Good to see you, Sally. Welcome. This building should be, I thought this building's like crazy old, but they don't tell me a date on it. I gotta look it up now. I have to look it up. "17 State Street," the big building that looks like a battery. Nicolas, welcome. So last time we were out, we were right across the street over at Battery Park. Hopefully once we get within the buildings here, the wind will lessen. Wind's coming out of the west-northwest at the moment. Good to see you, Phyllis. Welcome. Oh yeah. Hopefully this wind dies down by the time as we do our live streams. Damn, aftermarket splitter hasn't come in the mail yet. Still waiting on it. I have to send Amazon an email. I hate the fact that I have a proper microphone set up in my bag right now, but I can't connect it. Cloudy day in Manhattan. Yes, it is. Hopefully the sun will come out. Sun's trying to come out. Sun's trying to come out. It's doing its darndest to come on out. Good to see you, Norm, in Bangor, Pennsylvania. Welcome. But good to see everyone. Just facilitating an AOL chat here as I walk the streets of New York. I may say a fact or two, but for the most part, I guess I'll just be quiet. I'll be as much background today as possibly needed. Coming up 5 past the hour. 12:05, it's lunchtime here in New York. 9:05 in the morning out in the West Coast. As we come up to the first public park here in New York City, the oldest public park in New York City, and that is Bowling Green, site of the King George III statue. Don says no scaffolding. You'll see scaffolding, Don. Stay tuned. You'll see scaffolding. This amazing fence here dating back to 1771. Bowling green fence. Good to see you, Natasha. How were the funny face cookies? Funny face cookies were delicious. I actually finished the last one last night. Dinner time in Sweden, lunchtime in New York. Different time zones. Wild concept. Now, New York Giants fan, you know that if there's a ticker tape parade, I'll be here, right? You know that, right? Just to let you know. If there's a ticker tape parade, I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jinx it. But if there is a ticker tape parade, we will be here. The architecture downtown here, pretty cool. We have the flag of the Ukraine. Ukrainian flag flying right next to the American flag. Actually, that's not even the American flag. That's the old, that's a colony flag. We have a vintage flag over here. Good to see you, Steelhard. Welcome. Yeah. Ukraine, going to be a bit of a theme. We will be seeing a very temporary piece of art later on in the broadcast. Let's see, long line to take a picture with the balls. Long line. The line is longer for the balls than the horns. Be a smart tourist and take a picture with the horns, not the balls. As we have here, cars slowly making their way down Whitehall. We're gonna go up Broadway here. Walking right up the Canyon of Heroes. This is where the ticker tape parades will have their procession through. But Don, absolutely, if variety is the spice of life, then New York is the ultimate spice cabinet with a wide variety of architecture. It's what makes New York a fantastic place to live. And a fantastic place to live, as my brain wanted to say that. We're walking right up Broadway. Activity 79, celebrating 9 months of membership. Thank you so much for being a member at Dutch Moth Plus. Good to see you, Friendship Lights. Friendship Lights, are you the artist who makes miniature buildings? I forgot to ask you that. Friendship Lights, are you the artist who makes miniature buildings? Let me know. Yeah, Major Minis. All right, Major Minis. First of all, fantastic, amazing art of New York City landmarks. Looking at your stuff over, and also the inventor. You're the inventor of Friendship Lights. I saw about that art piece. Okay, look at this one. We got a real artist here. Oh my goodness. Well, Friendship Lights, welcome to the show. Fantastic art. I love it. You're more than welcome. Friendship Lights, you're more than welcome. Wow. Legit artist right there. Legit. Check out his Instagram there. And it's like Majors Minis. Yeah, Majors_Minis. Check that out. Really cool. Really cool artist. Good to see you, Jeff Kelly. We are walking north along Broadway, approaching Rector Street. Trinity Church, Wall Street, coming up right now. Making our way all the way up Broadway to 34th Street today. RoboJack's, good to see you. Yeah, from Gravesend, Brooklyn, Southern Brooklyn zone. Well, I appreciate you appreciating my work, and I appreciate your work. Majors Minis, Friendship Lights. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful building. Yeah, Trinity Church here. It's a classic. It's really old. Jeff Kelly's tuning on in from Central Park here, 72nd Street, right near the Dakota building. It's pretty cool. We're not going to go see, I guess we're not going to go see Fearless Girl today. We won't go into Federal Hall. What we will do though is we'll do a loop around World Trade, and then we'll continue on up and we'll say hello to Ghostbusters Firehouse today. There is a piece of art along 23rd Street today that we're going to check out. And it's only going to be there for like 2 more days. So an amazing piece of ephemeral art will be coming up in a little bit. Ooh. As we approach Pine Street and the Equitable building off to my right hand side. This is Zuccotti Park, just down the way there. Passing Pine Street. You know, Foss from the Lad Mob down there in London, he had like a moving map once on his live stream. Boy, do I want one of those. I would pay him good money for that. Foss, if you're listening. These are the times I wish I had a moving map. I've been trying to get one to work, never works. I know there's like a trick to it. Good to see you, Tangi, watching out there in California. Hope it's nice and warm. We got a couple, this is our big tour group on the corner. Speaking Italian. Oh, he's doing a view of the Chrysler building. Let's zoom it in. Mr. Stu, I do have the electric scooter, but unfortunately right now, it is in storage. So, but stay tuned. We still have the electric scooter. I just haven't been able to ride it. Plus, I have to get it properly registered. So, I don't want to get arrested on the thing. Chrysler building right up the way. So, this tour guide here is bringing everyone across the street. I would not recommend as a tour guide to block the bike lane to get a picture. That's not good. But we have been very lucky with no snow, but I think we've been unlucky because we've had no snow. I think New York needs a snowstorm. New York City needs a snowstorm. So. And of course, once there's a snowstorm, we'll be out in it. All right, where the hell am I? Liberty Street, Broadway. Let's go say hi to Double Check. I think Double Check has some company right now. Double Check has some company at the moment. We'll make our way into World Trade Center really quick, and then we'll come back out. Probably see 56 Leonard Street today. Good to see a beach bum. Good to see everybody. Welcome to the show. Just one express bus and one double parked car blocks the whole street. That's awesome. Let's go say hi to our friend. I've had lunch with my friend here many times. Good to see you, Sarah. Still looking for that pen. Oh, you got some water in your suitcase, sir. Got some water. Good to see you, Sarah. Welcome. Yay. So it says sitting near his original site. Let me show you his original site. It's right across the street over here. And then we'll go into World Trade Center. By the way, Bowery Boys just released an amazing podcast about the history of the Fulton Fish Market. Check it out. I highly, highly recommend it. "6.5 inches in Iowa." That sounds nice, Don. Gotta get out in it. Mitzvah tank. parking. Moshiach is coming. He is on his way, folks. He is on his way. L'chaim to all my Jewish viewers. Now I'm going to show you where Double Check used to sit. It's right down over here. Ooh, it's cold. Once that wind really whips up, it's cold, but not too bad. As long as I keep moving. I have not deployed the live stream glove just yet. So this tour guide's going to bring them out instead of bring them into the World Trade Center. But here's where Double Check used to sit. You actually see where he used to sat. Right here. Double Check sat here while the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center collapsed. He survived both collapses of the towers. Right here in the corner. Firemen thought he was an actual person frozen in time, in fear. But then they got a good laugh. Then he became adorned in various tributes and accoutrements. A true survivor of September 11, 2001. So how did, good to see a Rush fan, how did a river adventure end up? So nothing was found in the East River just yet. What has been found is a truck, we believe to be maybe Casey Neistat's boosted board. And yeah, nothing, no woolly mammoth tusks. But there is a few things that will be further investigated in the near future. Beachroom, I actually don't know that. I think Double Check does have a reference in the museum, but I don't know exactly. I've only been to the museum twice, and both of those times were not for a very long amount of time, so. But nothing was found. Nothing was found just yet. A 9-year-old from Maryland just found a megalodon tooth. Wow, where was that, Sarah? Where did that happen? Ooh. Oh yeah. Come down towards the west side here, and we got a proper wind. Sorry about the wind noise. Oh yeah. It's amazing how I could look forward and like have a straight, clear line of path, and people will intentionally walk into my direction. It's kind of amazing. All right, here's the World Trade Center, everyone. Chesapeake Bay. Wow. Yes, there's a copy of Double Check out over across the river in Jersey City, New Jersey, and it features Double Check as he was adorned in all the accoutrements, gifts, tributes in those days and weeks, months after September 11th. Here we are. The name of the memorial here is called Reflecting Absence, designed by Michael Arad. 274 white swamp oak trees create this plaza. The outline of the Twin Towers. Basically a fountain. One of the world's largest man-made waterfalls. Smooth New York, welcome. Do our 2 moment of silences. I guess we'll try to look up at the infinity point also. But I don't know if the wind's gonna let me do that. We'll see. Of course, on this side of Liberty Street here, this is Liberty Park, and perched on top we have the last surviving piece of sculpture art from the original World Trade Center complex, and that is Fritz Cohen's Sphere. Fritz Cohen's Sphere used to stand in the middle of the plaza, roughly where the this side of the museum entrance is today, and survived both collapses of the Twin Towers, and then eventually was moved down to Battery Park, where it stayed for a few months, and then it got it all cleaned up, sent it back here to the World Trade Center about 10-11 years ago now, maybe more than that. A true survivor. I used to have lunch by that thing in the 90s. So, yeah. Right over here, the footbridge that links you to the World Financial Center. Now, back in the day, this used to lead you into just a street level parking lot here. In the middle of that street level parking lot, there was a little church, a little Greek Orthodox church, little 4-story walk-up building. And it was literally right in the shadow, almost perfectly aligned with the South Tower of the Twin Towers. And when the South Tower collapsed, that building was completely destroyed. But now we have a new Greek Orthodox church, the Shrine to St. Nicholas, the National Shrine to St. Nicholas. It's right over here, the most fortified church in the world, designed by Santiago Calatrava. We're gonna go inside there very soon. I'm gonna try to go inside there maybe next week, but we'll go inside there and we'll check it out. Let's get back to the comments. Good to see you, Jerry. Welcome. Good to see you, Bagels and Walks. Good to see you, Neville from Toronto, Canada. We're not going up to the top of the World Trade Center today, no. You can. I wouldn't be able to do a continuous live stream. You can't go through security live streaming that. Common sense. Well, good to see you, Bagels and Walks. Welcome. Good to see you, Caramax. Let's have a quick moment of silence by the South Tower. Looks like the fountains are on here and the water's whipping up here. My favorite tree in all of New York City is right here. This is the Survivor tree. Survivor tree, a calorie pear tree that used to stand where number 3 World Trade Center stands today. The workers here at the site cleaning it out noticed that the tree was still alive, so they saved it, sent it up to Van Cortlandt Park, nursed it back to health. First tree to blossom in the spring, last tree to lose its leaves in the autumn. Survivor tree. Yesterday, the NYPD cadets had a service here, some kind of a meeting. And where did you hear that, Giants fan? The tree was not struck by lightning. One World Trade Center has been struck by lightning many times, but Survivor tree has not been struck by lightning. I've heard that before. Where did you hear that? I've heard that before. That's I mean, I could refer you to my friends who work here at the Memorial Museum. Yeah, urban legend, right, Sam? I think so. There's a lot of crazy things that came out of here, though. You did when the tour first opened? Are you sure about that? Right in front of us, One World Trade Center. Alpha Clues, good afternoon. Number 1 World Trade Center, the Performing Arts Center right over here. And it is windy. Jeanette Trainer, welcome. Stefan welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you there, Alpha Bravo. All right, let's do the infinity point here. Good to see you, Jim. Welcome. Elizabeth, I believe so. I think that's on Fridays. I don't know, Elizabeth. Good to see you, Denise. Welcome. Good to see you, Coney Island Jim. Welcome. Good to see you, Mish. Welcome. Marta from Buenos Aires. Welcome. The Oculus right in front of us. The World Trade Center Transportation Hub. Meant to represent the spreading wings of a dove, also designed by Santiago Calatrava. Just up to the right-hand side of that, number 3 and 4 World Trade Centers. So this is just going to be for New York Giants fan, because he just chimed in with the genius comment that there must be some kind of wind muff for the microphones. And as I've mentioned quite a few times, and I'll mention it again, I'm waiting for my audio splitter, and that enables me to get a microphone plugged in so you don't hear the wind. I'm going to show you that right now. Bet you it's not going to work. But we have to try, because for some people, the wind noise is just that distracting. Oculus right behind me. Jose Torres, welcome. Wepa. So let me show you. Probably not going to work there, New York Giants fan, because like I said, I'm waiting for an after splitter market to work. Now, for some people, Activity 79, the wind is very, very complicated and distracting to them. So I'm going to show you what I have here. Good to see you, Memzatobe. Hell. All right. So here we have a microphone pack here. In order to make the wind noise lessened, we have these microphones here that have very big, these are called wind muffs. These are rather sturdy here wind muffs. Now what I need is, do I even have it on me? I probably don't even have it on me. Let's see, because I did empty out my pockets recently. Oh no, I do have it on me. Watch, this is for New York Giants fan who just, he can't handle the wind noise. So this is an after splitter market here. There's an aftermarket splitter, and this enables me to have the battery plugged into the microphone at the same time. So let's start to hook this up. Again, it's probably not going to work, and then you people will complain that it sounds like static or something like that. I'm predicting the static comment. But I will microphone my setup. I will microphone up the setup. It's amazing how many times I could explain myself, and it's never enough. So we're just gonna go with it here. Yep, got a haircut yesterday, feel good. Good to see you, Michelle, welcome. Sorry that you got COVID, a speedy recovery. For everyone who is sick and in the hospital, a speedy recovery to you guys. Please feel better. Please, please, please feel better. You finally get to see what I look like. There's a lot of videos with me. Dude, I've been on YouTube since 2006. There's quite a lot of videos of me and my ugly face. So, you can't please everyone? Never, Mike, never. But I'm gonna do my, well, I don't wanna please everyone, let me be honest. I am not here for everyone. All right, now we gotta disconnect the power. Now I'm gonna get this guy here connected. This is where the magic happens.
Yo, I was like,
Chris, good to see you, Chris.
that's not a script. Like, I can kind of see it, but I'm like, I don't.
Oh, we lost. We have neither. We have neither. Oh, there we go. Yep, we have. All right. Okay. I highly doubt this is going to work. Ah. This is what happens when you try to please everyone. Okay. All right. Are we connected to power? And are we connected to microphone is the $1 million question. Okay. Well, we are connected to microphone, hopefully. I don't know if you guys could hear it. Microphone and power. For now, it's probably not going to work. Once we get moving around here, it's going to be staticky, then people are going to complain about static. Good to see you, David. Welcome. Yeah, all right. Al Mo, welcome. We should be connected to power now. Adrian T, welcome. But as I walk the streets of New York City facilitating an AOL chat, I'm going to be nice and quiet for y'all. Let y'all talk to yourselves. Just do the best. Bagels and walks, that's easier said than done. Bagels and walks, that's easier said. Everybody go follow Bagels and walks. Oh, I see what's happening. I see what's happening here. Microphone might bug out. Let's see, yeah. Microphone might buzz out here. We'll see. We will see. Hopefully now there's like no wind noise. So good to see you there. Austin City Limits, welcome. Steam, people, steam. Noble Sweetness, welcome. Good to see ya. Oh, that's right. Let's go see 56 Leonard, and then we'll go see the Ghostbusters. Yeah, no, that's the thing, Sean. Yeah, it's tough to get the microphone and power plugged into the iPhone. That's like the crux of this whole thing is, while I like the Lightning port only option on iPhone, I will give anything for a dedicated microphone jack again. So you gotta like rely on these little splitters that fail and do not properly work in certain conditions. So I appreciate that, Activity 79. But yeah, you get about what? Like you get about 90 minutes, 2 hours live streaming without a battery plugged in. So that's like the hard part of the whole setup, is to have a nice microphone set up that you know, the microphone could last for about 5 hours. It's all part of the production, of course. New York Giants fan, I already answered that question, and you were here for that. I appreciate the kind words. Sunshine after the rain. Let's go up to the Jenga building, 56 Leonard, right there in front of us. Let's hit up that building. Check it out. Check out the weird art in front of it. And then we'll make our way over to the Ghostbusters firehouse. Thanks for hitting the like button. Good to see you there, Northland, out there in Germany. Have a good evening. Welcome. Hope you're having a good evening. I hope that the microphones are working. It should sound a little bit different. It should be monaural. It should be in mono now instead of stereo. The one thing I do like about the iPhone microphone setup is that it's in stereo. Scaffolding, New York City tradition, as I approach Murray Street, walking north along Church right now. Sounds fantastic, awesome. It looks like I don't have power. Yep, I don't have power. I have one, but not the other. See, I could only have one. I can't have both. This splitter here, I am officially now losing power. I want to make sure that the power is on, because that's what we need the most, is power, right? Rush Fan, New York City gets a few skyscrapers every year. Maybe not a super tall, but definitely a skyscraper. All right, let's attempt to fix this here. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Now we lose microphone. Okay. Okay. Let's see if that power button, that power level goes up. Might have to lose microphones. Might have to lose microphones. Yes.
What I want to do is I want to learn about brush up on the basic terminology about I want
You know, where is God? So that's what you legally say, where is God?
Jenga building right in front of us, 56 Leonard Street. We're going to stay here on Church because there's a really cool piece of art that looks like it's squeezed underneath the building. You can't pay me to live in that. Especially those balconies, those concrete balconies there, I just don't trust. I've actually never seen people out on those balconies ever, which is really funny. Chambers Street, right here, people. Now, say hello to Civic Fame, one of my favorite statues here in New York. Down the block is the Municipal Building. Civic Fame, ladies and gentlemen. Civic Fame is made of copper, clad in 24-karat gold leaf. And she's holding up a crown. The crown has 5 points in it, one for each 5 boroughs here in New York City. Her arm fell off in 2004. They completely restored the statue, and in 2007, I was here for her to be lifted up on a helicopter. Don't worry, nobody died when her arm fell off, but she got a little tired. Doesn't that Jenga building look cool? But yes, it looks like it could fall any minute. I agree. Yes, it is drizzling here, Jeff. It is drizzling right now here. A very light drizzle, though. Like literally 1 or 2 drops. Very, very light. And it says it's 54 degrees. I don't believe that. But then again, I think it's the wind chill that's making this area cooler. So the bus stop here says 54 degrees. I mean, I guess if I'm out of the wind, it's warm. But if I'm into the wind, it's cold.
I don't care being cold. I don't want to be.
Good to see you, Roger. Captain and the squad, welcome to the show. Lots of stories on Delancey Street. There's lots of stories on all the streets, people. There's lots of stories on all the streets. I think we're coming up to the Long Lines building, the most fortified skyscraper in the world. Captain and squad, we're going there. That's 56 Leonard Street, also known as the Jenga building. And Rush Fan with a $5 super chat. Rush Fan, thank you so much for the big $5 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $5 club. Much, much, much appreciated. Somebody jumped from the Jenga building? Really? Really? Didn't hear about that. Glenna, welcome. Cats is not close by. Michelle King, thank you so much for 12 months of membership to Dutch Files Plus. Thank you so much, Rush Fan. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think the microphone is not connected. I do not think the microphones are connected. Here's the AT&T Long Lines building right here. Yep. Microphone not connected. Splitter not working. We're giving up on the microphone setup. We're giving up on it right here in front of the AT&T Long Lines building. Yep, my splitter not working. Splitter microphones not connected, even though I have them deployed. Let me find somewhere and break this down. There's a bench right over here. Oh wow, the CFO of Bed Bath & Beyond jumped from the 56 Leonard Street? Wow, I didn't know that. That's crazy. Julio, welcome. No, this is the AT&T Long Lines building here. This building is meant to survive like a nuclear blast. And this is where all the equipment for the phone system is. I think it's a place for all the rich and wealthy people to hide when the bomb drops. Then there's an entire gigantic skyscraper just for them, fortified with food, ready to go. But you know what? I don't want to live in the after. Give it up on the microphones because they do not want to work. Yeah, lots of conspiracy theories there, friendship lights. Lots of conspiracy theories. There's quite a few. But as I clearly facilitate an AOL chat, I guess things are tuning in. I'll just be back right here and talk. Hello there, JP. Welcome. So here's 56 Leonard. It is cold today. Not crazy cold, but it's cold. Here's 56 Leonard. Right here. And we have this really cool piece of sculpture art here. Kind of looks like the Bean out in Chicago, but instead it's wedged underneath the building here. JC, stay tuned. JC, stay tuned. We'll see another one from Coney Island soon. Stay tuned. Lizzie, I'm doing great. Good to see you there. Anine Chi, welcome. Okay, I'm doing great, everyone. I'm doing great. I'm doing great, everyone. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'm doing great, guys. I'm doing great. Doing fantastic. It is raining right now, ever so slightly. Oh, it was only off for a day there, John, but okay. Thanks for tuning in. But 56 Leonard, everyone, also known as the Jenga building right here. We're gonna make our way down here. Just down the block here. Oh, there you go. Anish Kapoor, thank you so much there, Chris. Anish Kapoor did this. Yeah, Glenn, it kind of looks like the game Jenga when you get far away from it. Jim Gerald in Iowa, welcome. And Miguel, welcome. All right, Ghostbusters building coming up next. MSRAJ, welcome. Already coming up to 1 o'clock. Nice. Already coming up to 1 o'clock. I guess everyone knows about that story. This is my first time hearing about that story. That's my first time hearing about that story. About the suicide from 56 Leonard, the Jenga building. My first time hearing about that sad story. CEO of Bed Bath & Beyond, wow. But if you're planning on visiting New York City, I hope everyone has a great time visiting out here. Hello there, Colleen, welcome. It's actually properly raining right now, I would say. Coming up to the Ghostbusters building in a moment here. Later on in the live stream, we're going to see the Flatiron building. A really cool piece of art for Ukraine. And then we'll see the High Line. We'll finish at Hudson Yards. That is what we're doing today. Hello there, touring. Yes, we are in the area of the fire. We're actually down the block from it, John. And yes, it is raining. It's nice and empty over here, which is exactly what I was going for today. Nice kind of empty streets out here right now. Everyone's at work. I love it. Staring at the duck way down there in the distance. We're gonna make our way back towards Broadway though in a little bit. Guess we'll go down to Canal here, then go down Canal. Ghostbusters building just off to my right hand side. This is an actual functioning firehouse. Hook and ladder 8. New York is just a big movie set. It's not real, people. Can't get more New York than that. There it is. I'd love to see the inside of that place. No doubt it looks nothing like the movie, because in the movie they use an actual other firehouse to facilitate the interior. You might see a little bit of the rain on screen right now, and yes, it is a little chilly out here. Sorry about the wind noise. Can't control the wind today. Good to see it. April though. Did not know there was a beach street here in Tribeca, but yes, we are. Giants fan, I'm not going to walk backwards for 4.5 miles. If you can't handle the wind noise, just do me a favor, just tune out. There's plenty of other people to watch. No, I wouldn't say New York is back to winter today, Din Din. No, it's warm. It's a warm, relatively a warm wind. Good to see a Land Rover. Welcome. Good to see a Walter. Welcome. Wind noise isn't bothering you there, Neville? I appreciate that. Thank you. I hope my power splitter thing comes in the mail soon, because it does frustrate me a little bit that I have a proper microphone set up in the bag and can't use it. Good to see you, Danette. Welcome. You feel like you're with me, Glenna? Awesome. Yeah, it's windy out here today, guys. And we're walking into the wind. The wind's coming from the northwest today. And Friendship Lights with a $5 super chat. Friendship Lights, thank you so much for the big $5 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $5 club. Much appreciated. Appreciate the kind words there. I try to work hard for you guys. I'm doing my best. Gotta keep pushing forward. I appreciate the the $5 super chat there. Friendship Lights, much appreciated. Thanks for joining today's $5 club. This is where I was on a break once from a tour, and I was eating a slice of pizza, and the pizza, and a little rat came on my lap to eat the pizza. Right here. It is good ASMR, I agree. We're approaching, this is Varick. We've been walking up Varick, but now we're on Varick and Canal Streets right now. Across the street, the finally opened, after like 14 years, the finally opened Jackie Robinson Museum is right there on the corner. The rat was large, it was like a cat. But anyway, right over there is the Jackie Robinson Museum. I would like to live stream in there sometime. We got some venting steam here. And now we're gonna walk east along Canal Street. No, I don't blame the rat either. It was good pizza, but luckily the rat did not get on my pizza. I was able to bat it away, but the thing like ran up my leg. It was kind of funny. Thank you so much there, Chris. It's a good song there. Or Rain-X, welcome. Jesus Christ with these comments, I'm sorry. Jesus Christ, okay. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Good to see you, Viking, welcome. Good to see you, Viking. Hope you're doing well. Walking down Canal Street. This is where Church Avenue becomes 6th Avenue. So from Canal Street North, 6th Avenue, we keep on going up 6th Avenue, you would encounter Macy's and Herald Square. You'll encounter Rockefeller Center, all that good stuff. Anything along Bryant Park, 6th Avenue. Then eventually 6th Avenue goes into Central Park. Oh, we got people screaming. I think the rat was a Brooklynite there, Jack. I got somebody screaming over there. Gotta be careful here. We got a screamer. Seems to be the new thing now. Well, it's kind of an old thing, but a new thing that's more and more regular. Is that Casey Neistat? All right, West Broadway, everyone. Rich people's Broadway. I like to think of it as ritzy Broadway. The Broadway where the Kardashians had a store on it once. Good to see you there, Purple Queen. Good to see you, Diana. I'm sorry about the no notifications going out. If notifications, by the way, are not working, go to my old roster of videos, and then you will be able to hopefully have notifications to work. Check out my old videos, and keep on liking them. Like a whole bunch of old videos, and notifications should work more often. I am not headed to Central Park today. We're going to the Hudson Yards today. Hudson Yards today. That is our ultimate destination. Zamir, welcome. Making our way over to Broadway now. Now we're going to take Broadway from Canal the 23rd. And we're going to go see a piece of art in front of the Flatiron building. A piece of art that's only going to be there for like 3 days. It's not going to be there very long. Wow, this plastic store is still here? I thought they closed this. The Canal's Plastic Center is still here. Oh, I'm so happy to see this. Look at this old school New York sign here. This is like old school New York signage. Love it. 23 Skidoo indeed, Walter. Yeah, Living Lantern's pretty weird there, Sean. Was it windy enough for you to experience it? Evidently, it looks a lot better in the wind. Maybe it'll look good today, but I'm not going that direction today. I gotta go to Hudson Yards. I have an engagement up at Hudson Yards. Oh wow, I'm so happy this is still here. Gotta watch out for people from New Jersey. Oh, she thinks this is a parking spot. She's gotta come right in. Wow, look at this signage here. Wow. So happy to see that still here. It's like a bit of old New York that hasn't changed. Oh, apparently that's the problem. No wind. Yeah. And did you see people hit it? I saw an abnormal amount of people hitting the sculpture. Like it was like they were angry at it. Did you see that, Sean? Like when I broke down my live stream, I saw so many people hit the sculpture. Like they smacked it. Coming up to the old Pearl Paint, which is still empty after all these years. Pearl Paint have so many memories in that building. No longer there. Let's take a look at it. For all my old school New Yorkers. Still retains the colors though. The old Pearl Paint right there. Faded but still there. Faded but still there. As I cross over Mercer, I think one more block and we're on Broadway. We're gonna hang the left onto Broadway. Take Broadway all the way up to 23rd Street. Good afternoon, Robert. Welcome. Looks like the handbag sellers may not be out. Canal Street, a main artery between the Holland Tunnel and the Manhattan Bridge. That's why there's always a bit of traffic here. Swinging onto Broadway now. Yeah, I've swung onto Broadway, going north now on Broadway from Canal. Good to see Milan from Sombor, Serbia. Welcome. How can I walk by a Dunkin' Donuts and not get a coffee? Coconut Telegraph, because I just had a Dunkin' Donuts coffee. That's how. New York City is always loud. New York City is always loud. New York City is always loud. Newly paved Broadway here with the bus lane. Tarun, welcome. I have to say, since the addition of the bus lane, when I do take the express bus, it runs a little bit more regular, which is nice. Have I seen the giant coat hanger on Governor's Island? Memzatobe, check out my replays. We have live streamed that many times. That's a piece of permanent art on Governor's Island. Neil, come on back. New York ain't going anywhere. All right. I think I'm on, yep, on Grand Street here. Oh yeah. Let's go to Ferrara and get some, let's get some cannolis. By the way, this bus stop here, these bus stop curb push outs here, these were created during the Giuliani era. Those were created in the 90s. So that has nothing to do with Mayor Adams. This bus lane here along Broadway, this is during the de Blasio era this was approved. Good to see Rhonda Silverman out there in Hollywood, Florida. Welcome. And Colonia, welcome. All right. Let's continue on. Tom Constantine, good to see you. Welcome. Approaching Broome Street. Imagine if Robert Moses got his way and built the Lower Manhattan Expressway. There would have been a 6-lane highway right here. There would have been a 6-lane highway right there. Lomex, it was called, the Lower Manhattan Expressway. Luckily, the likes of Jane Jacobs put a stop to that. New York City, one of the few cities in the nation without a highway cutting through its mostly densely populated area. So. Lomex would have made Manhattan function so much different than it does today. There's a certain magic to this place, and that is because there is no highways passing through it. More pedestrianized streets will bring more excitement to the city, more variety. Good old Bobby Moses. Yes, indeed. Right, TPR? Luckily, Lomex never happened. Sean, looks like a nice place. It's New York. Ham. Oh, there we go. Got some Tom Jones playing. So no updates on the divers as of yet, Noble Sweetness. Nobody's gone diving recently. I think a lot of people have done their survey work. Now they're just gonna like go over their radar returns and see if they see anything in their research of the area. But as of now, no. Every morning I get up and I check my marine radars and I see if any of the salvage boats are there doing any survey work, and nobody's been there since we've been there a few days ago. Jane Jacobs did a lot of work. Yes, she did. But the bus lane here, painted in red, functioning perfectly. Like I said a few minutes ago, the bus lanes make my express bus ride home a lot more reliable. All the delivery men getting ready to deliver their deliveries. What a day in New York. Good to see you, Sean, from the United Kingdom. It is vast. Madness, yes indeed. Madness. Milan, I don't care about the copyright. I took my copyright like a man, so I won't mute the video. I'll do my best to maybe sing over the offending music or talk over it. But you cannot mute live, so that's why I will never mute the live stream. Good to see you, Denise. Welcome. Iman from Iran. Welcome. Wow, straight up gridlock southbound here on Broadway. Bob Gray tuning on in from Kansas. Welcome. All right, we're on Prince Street now. Gotta wait for the light here. Unless everyone wants to turn onto Broadway. Yes, Broadway is the popular street today. Everybody wants to go down Broadway. Everybody.
What do you see? I said it's the purpose.
This rain has gone to once again a drizzle. Hope we do got a bit of a wind here coming up. Not as bad as earlier, but I don't know how that sounds for you guys at home. TPR, some buses are, not all of them. They're deploying that slowly but surely. They are deploying that. But yes, eventually all buses will have cameras to record everything. So they're going to be recording traffic infractions and people who block the bus lane and all that kind of stuff as a new way to generate revenue. Which I kind of like and don't like. It's a double-edged sword. As a lifelong New Yorker who does not own a car, my primary means of transportation is bus, express bus, subway. Yeah. Good to see you, John. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Houston Street, everyone. Houston Street. A lot of tourists are calling it Houston Street. It's Houston Street, named after the Dutch family that used to own this area. Now officially making our way out of Soho, and we're going into like the village area. That's cool. Our friend from Rip and Dip is out, so let's go say hello to our friend who sits in front of Rip and Dip almost every day. What happened to the Donna Karen ad? What happened to the DKNY ad? That DKNY ad was there for forever. And now there's a whole building in front of it. Bloody hell, the city changes so much. Looks like our alien friend is getting a photo op right now, getting an Instagram. As our alien friend here contemplates life in front of Rip and Dip.
I'm so excited.
Let me show you guys the windows here at Rip and Dip. As he contemplates life here at the corner of East Houston and Broadway. Our alien friend here at Rip and Dip. Let's continue on north along Broadway. Contemplates life. How's life? Rough. Just like the dog, it's rough. We might get a rainbow if this sun comes out and it still keeps on drizzling like this. We might get a rainbow here. I wonder if we will. Veronica Lynn, welcome. Our next big area that we're going to see is Union Square coming up next. Oh, here at the Swatch store. Real man's here at the Swatch store. Yeah, I think he's contemplating why is he here on Earth to begin with. He's a brand ambassador for Rip and Dip. Good to see you, Jack. Welcome. All right, Bond Street, everyone. Bond and Broadway. Looks like the Sour Patch store is gone, but the Starbucks remains. We're now just down the block from the old Tower Records. Sun is out in southern New Jersey. Ooh, maybe the sun will come out here. Maybe. West 3rd coming up right now. As it is once again, I would say properly raining now, but not too crazy. Coming up to my right-hand side on the corner of East 4th and Broadway, the old Tower Records. Who remembers Tower Records from back in the day? How much of my young childhood I spent here. Formative years as a teenager, buying cassette singles and CDs. Ah, those were simpler days. As we continue on north along Broadway. Coming into the neighborhood of NYU and the Village. NYU, one of the biggest, if not the biggest landholder here on the island of Manhattan. About a block over, yeah, from Washington Square Park. Not going to Washington Square Park today, though. Gonna stay on Broadway here. Going to stay on Broadway, gotta go through Union Square. Ultimately getting up to 23rd Street. We're gonna see a piece of art at 23rd Street in front of the Flatiron Building. Then we'll make our way across 23rd Street to the Highline Park. Then we'll go north along the Highline Park to Hudson Yards, our final destination for today. Started in Lower Manhattan. When was the last time I've been to McSorley's? Just before the pandemic, I went to McSorley's. About a few months before the pandemic. One of the last things I did before the pandemic. Went to McSorley's with an old coworker of mine. McSorley's is one of the oldest bars in all of New York City. If you could get in there on an empty day, it's magical. But sometimes it gets a little too crowded and it's not my cup of tea. Or it's not my mug of beer. Lake Nona Sports, welcome to the show. Past the place. I remember back in the 90s, like McSorley's was like always empty. And then it became like a trendy spot. And I'm like, no, don't be popular. Just be for the locals. Denise Clark tuning on in out in Indiana. All right. Long line here or something. Oh, this is the weed store. Okay. This is the cannabis store. We want that long line going up the side of it. Okay. That's nice to know. That's nice to see. I'm like, why is that long line there? I got invited to the opening of that store. I didn't go, but I just didn't want to interfere with anything. Good to see you there, Neil. Welcome. John's tuning on in from Florida. Fort Myers, welcome. I'm not gonna lie, the only way I deal with having this chat is thanks to cannabis. So I try to keep it on the DL, but heck, it's legal here now. So I'll just be quiet and hit my vape pen. Have a lovely sativa I like to nosh on. By the way, if Royal Garden wants to sponsor me, that'll be great. But it's the only way I could deal with the chat. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Sometimes I look at the stuff in this chat and I'm like, what the hell? Good to see you there, a train guitar Bill from Tetium, Maryland? Just north of Baltimore. Nice. Jerry, I hope you're enjoying. I'm just gonna hit up cannabis stores now, and that's gonna be it. Dutch is gonna get stoned all the time. Grace Church, right here. Grace Church. We are already getting on up to Union Square. Forbidden Planet is coming up. One of my favorite stores, Halloween Adventure. Closed, unfortunately, but the windows are still hanging on. Madam Mojo, checking on in from Cayuga County. Cleveland rocks. No, the ones in Times Square are not legal. There's only one legal one, and we just passed it. And Bent Hendricks with a 10 euro super chat. Bent, thank you so much for the big 10 euro super chat. You made the alarm go off here on Broadway. Thanks so much for joining the 5 euro club 2 times today. Much appreciated. Viltia so cozy from Peoria, welcome. Light the bong in my honor, please, for me. But Bert, you just set off the alarm. I think it is Episcopal. I think it is Episcopalian there, Caramax. Here's Halloween Adventure. At least the windows are still staying up. But the old Halloween Adventure unfortunately closed during the pandemic. I like how these lights are still on though. As if it's kind of still open. Like a store from my childhood here. No better place. I appreciate that, Birds. Thank you so much for the big 10 euros. All right, we got a Strand bookstore coming up next. You was 2 minutes behind. Make sure that live button's clicked on there, Sean. Here's Strand Bookstore from 1927, your local bookstore, everyone. Surviving the pandemic. Strand is still here, baby. Great to see you, Andy. Welcome. Sun trying to come out here in New York. It's 1:30 here in New York. It is already the 20th of January, which is insane. Where has this month gone? Oh, I know where. It's been gone live, me live streaming. All right, here comes Forbidden Planet. Yay! He's still hanging out here. I would love to have this, but more so, I would like to have the R2-D2. I want the R2-D2, and or maybe the leg lamp. The leg lamp might be nice, but I really want the R2-D2. Store is so cool. Spend all my money that I don't have in there. All right, Union Square coming up next. We're gonna take Broadway to 23rd Street today. We have a cool piece of art up on 23rd Street that we need to check out because that art's only gonna be there for the next 2 days. How much is the R2-D2? I think it's like $1,400 or something like that. And of course, very sad news, the Regal here at 14th Street, soon to be closing. The Regal here on 14th Street is going to be closing soon because I believe Regal is filing for bankruptcy. So the Regal Stadium here on 14th Street closing. Kind of sad. Something else changing here in the city. Coming up to my right hand side, it's a Citibank, formerly the Verge. Who remembers the Virgin Megastore that used to be here? Shalom there, Jewish. Shalom. Very sad news. I'm happy the Regal downtown isn't closing. Like for me, my go-to movie is the Regal inside the Hotel Conrad. And that movie theater is great because it's empty all the time. And I see many a first run feature there. So it's always nice going to an empty theater. So that's my recommendation. If you ever come to New York and want to go to a movie, check out the Regal over in Battery Park City inside the Conrad Hotel. And that's a multiplex also, by the way. Union Square, everyone. We just passed Dead Man's Curb, 14th Street, Broadway. Now we are inside Union Square. That rain coming down. Let me wipe the lens. As you see, it is raining a bit here, but not past our limits. You can still tough it out in here. Always something going on. That sun. The sun trying to come out. That sun's doing its job. We might get like a crazy sunset tonight. I don't want to jinx it, but we might get one of those crazy sunsets again where it's like all red and purple and stuff. The time here in New York is -5 GMT. -5 GMT. "36 minutes past the hour." There you go. Here's Gandhi, everybody. Here's Mahatma Gandhi. Let's say hi to Gandhi here. He's just hanging out here. This was created in October 2nd, 1986. Huh. Learn something new every day. Let's rejoin Broadway, as we still got to make it up to Hudson Yards. The old Union Square Cafe. Where is it? It was up here by the Chase Bank here. It's that really annoying rain at the moment too. It's nothing too crazy. Luckily here in these areas the wind has died down quite a bit. But Sophia Farah with a $5 super chat. Sophia, thank you so much for the big $5 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $5 club. Much appreciated out there in Belrose, Queens. Good to see you, Sophia. Thank you so much for the big $5 super chat. Much appreciated. As we make our way through the Union Square Market, making our way towards 17th Street, where we're gonna rejoin Broadway. Ooh, there's a bakery here and it smells delicious. Well, I should get some cookies. I should get some cookies right now. The rain's okay for the Gimble there, April. Yeah, it has to be like really raining pretty heavy for the Gimble not to, you know, like this kind of drizzle stuff is perfectly fine. I do have another gimbal that I will mostly use in snowstorms, but I might be using this gimbal in snowstorms and again another gimbal, or I don't know. It's all about the wind too. Sometimes the wind makes the phone act like a sail and the gimbal becomes useless because the wind is pushing the camera around. So it's always a game you gotta play on the really, really windy days. 17th Street, and we have that person playing music there again. We passed by here 3 times this week, and this person has been here every time. She just sits there playing her instrument. Who knows how long, all day long. A few different musicians right there. The magic of New York. As I already see 23rd Street. Big Apple, I use a Osmo 3 with an iPhone 12 Pro. All the other information about my network and the microphones I use is in the description below. That sun doing its darndest to come out. There's a few blocks south of the Flatiron building now. Good to see you, Paul. Welcome. The N, R, W, and Q trains all travel along Broadway. All the Broadway lines are represented by the color yellow. And the train is just below us, so not too far at all. Street and Broadway. Here's a real windy corner here. Very light drizzle once again starting up. Yes, we're going to see the Flatiron building in a few minutes here. Good to see you, Red Zone Soldier, out there in Center Moriches, Long Island. First Streets.
When she was here, she couldn't even look at the museum.
Good to see you too. Welcome to the show. It's a cool little display over there. Sort of that flower shop. Ooh, look at that wind. 23 Skidoo. 23 Skidoo. Riding a bike into the wind, not easy on a day like today. Ooh, who's gonna get hit by a car? Let's see, okay, good. You know, it's weird, it's cold, but it's not cold enough for me to deploy my live stream glove. So, look at this flower shop here, it looks so cool. Wow. That's a cool little display right there. Wow. I like this little bike here. And look at that, the sun is trying to come out as it is still drizzling. This is a very high probability, I don't want to jinx it, but there's a very high probability for rainbows today if it keeps up like this. And that's what we want. We want rainbows. All right, we're on the back side of the Flatiron building. And there is a very short-living art display just across the street from the Flatiron. We're going to see a whole bunch of sunflowers planted, or not necessarily planted here, but they've been put on display here to make everyone remember, let everyone understand the kind of a remembrance of everyone who's happening out there in Ukraine. It's right over here. 23 skidoo, I tell you what. This is the One Ukraine exhibition we are about to see here in a moment here once we get the red light here. Here we go. This is only going to be here for another 2 days. The power of togetherness. The Polish government put this together. UkraineCampaign.org. So I believe each flower is for every day of the occupation. It's quite beautiful. Here on this gray day, we have all this color. Coming into view is going to be the Flatiron building, everybody. And the sun trying to come out in the rain here. How cool is this? Absolutely, Natasha. Pray for Ukraine, everyone. Optimus, good to see you. I think it's just for the National Day of Unity, Lizzie. So it's only going to be here until, what is that there? Sunday. So you have 2 more days to experience this before it disappears forever. at that sun trying to come out though. So happy to see this with the sun coming out, but it's raining. Very poignant here. Very poignant. Pretty cool to see this. Good to see you, Arjan. Welcome. All right, let's make our way down 23rd Street. And we're going to make our way up the High Line coming up next. Let's do it. Crossing over 5th Avenue here, the Lego store right across the street. Good to see you on Caramax with a $20 and Caramax with a $20 super chat. Caramax, thank you so much for the very generous $20 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $5 club 2 times today, or 4 times today. Sorry, 4 times today. Thank you so much for doing today's $5 club 4 times today. Much appreciated. I'll go get myself some cookies from the pot store. Thank you so much, Fairfax. I appreciate it. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Caramax. Much appreciated. There we go.
Photographer.
Take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Wow, sun coming out, raining, a little bit of everything right now here on 23rd Street. There's some Harry Potter trains and Lego. Boy, this here, jazz club. Ooh, jazz club in Lego. Wow. Ooh, Black Panther. Black Panther people. And of course, our Statue of Liberty in Lego form. That whole mosaic in the background there, also done in Legos. We have here the Eiffel Tower for all my friends. Oh, that looks cool. Eiffel Tower. Clayton, welcome. That's cool. Eiffel Tower. And what do they have in these last windows here? We have like a witch. Oh, we got some picture scenes over there. All right, let's make our way down to the High Line. Oh, and here's the here's Madison Square. The Flatiron building is back over there. The toy building that we're walking next to is right here. Wow, here's a Union Square, Madison Square, everyone, Madison Square, right there. Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, the jazz set's for adult modelers. All right, making our way now west along 23rd Street. We're going to go down to the High Line Park right about now as the drizzles come in and out here in the city. The big problem on the Highline Park is going to be obnoxiously large umbrellas being open. I have a feeling that we're going to see that. We're going to see some obnoxiously large golf umbrellas flapping in the wind, hitting people in the face, hopefully comically and not painfully. Stay tuned. If you're just joining the broadcast, make sure you hit that thumbs up. It lets me know you care. It will help more people find the broadcast. And if you are new, make sure to subscribe. Make sure you turn on the notification bell, because I never know when I'm gonna go live next. It's definitely too windy for umbrellas in certain sections of the Highline, but that will not prevent people from opening up those umbrellas. Eka's World Shelter, welcome. In this kind of weather, ponchos are better than umbrellas. Like right now, I'm wearing a kind of like a rainproof kind of jacket, and I'm fine. I'm fine. And actually, the gimbal and everything is fine too. So all the equipment is fine. Oh, she got a big old wine. Hells yeah, she got a glass and a wine. Empire State of Wine, this place is called. Wow, I like that. That's cool. Empire State of Wine. Do I like the Highline? Of course I like the Highline. I've seen the whole Highline come together. I remember when it was when it was still in design phase. They had I remember they had some kind of exhibit, and it was either in MoMA or the Metropolitan Museum of Art, where they had all the different kind of schemes they wanted to turn the West Side Improvement into. There was one idea, like to put like a roller coaster along the structure. No, it's really not that cold, April. No, it's not that cold. It's just the wind. And if that sun comes out a little bit more, it's gonna get warmer, and the sun is trying its best to come out. Again, we might get like a crazy sunset. This is a very high probability for a crazy sunset. I'm gonna have to keep my eyes open. Glass is too tiny for the bottle. Absolutely, Nicole. Oh, there we go. We got some traffic brewing here. Great to see you, Ray J. From Don, Tito, Raul, and Patias out there in Texas. Happy New Year there, Ray J, and gang over there in Texas. Welcome. Hope y'all are doing well. Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year, everybody, if you're just tuning in. Making our way down to the Highline. We're crossing over 6th Avenue now. All right. Gotta really keep my eyes open today for a sunset. Gotta really keep my eyes open for it. Sunset's at 5 o'clock today. We're starting to get sunsets now after 5 o'clock, which is nice. Yes, the Highline was, at least the park aspect of it, was designed by landscape architect from the Netherlands, Piet Oudolf. And his idea was to keep the structure or the park as much as it looked like back when it was abandoned. So he reintroduced and added plants that grew wild and all that cool stuff. It's the Fashion Institute of Technology. That's over on, I think, 26th Street. Close enough though. It's like 26th Street now. On, I believe, 8th or 7th Avenues. Approaching 7th Avenue. Oh, I got a friend going to FIT. Nice. My sister went to the Fashion Institute of Technologies many moons ago. I think American Bandstand was still on TV when she used to go to school there. That sun trying to come out, doing its darndest to come out. Now, whatever they're cooking in there, it smells good. 7th Avenue. Yeah, whatever they're called, is this place? Yeah, this is what I'm smelling. I'm smelling the hot dogs and stuff. Good to see you, MC Dirty Jersey. Welcome. Yeah, I came back like winter. MC, good to see you. Yeah, this weather's very changeable. This weather is very changeable. Changes constantly. Always by the minute. Tyler Silva, welcome. Chelsea Hotel, right across the street. The long storied, historic Chelsea Hotel off to my left-hand side. How many stories have you heard from the Chelsea Hotel? Becoming residences. Fortunately, we can't really enjoy it underneath the scaffolding here. Once we clear the scaffolding, we should be able to get a good view of it. There it is. Yay! What a great building. The Chelsea Hotel, everyone. And I think of Sid Vicious when I think of this building here. That's what I think of. All right, what a hotel, right? How much history has come out of that building? How much culture has come out of the Chelsea Hotel? When you really begin to think about it. It's what makes New York so great. Gorgeous building, yeah. Big Booty Bread Company. I like the name of that place. You eat enough bread and you get a big old booty. Approaching 8th Avenue. Highline Park, I believe 2 more avenues over. Dallas Barbecue coming up over here. That sun boy trying to come out. Hot soft bread, melted butter, delicious on a cool day like today. Delicious on a cool day like today. That sun boy trying to come out. Helen Cruz, Boa tarde, Brazil. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I smell the Dallas barbecue right now and it smells delicious. Yeah, it's windy in New York today, ABX girl, yeah. Very windy. Windy in North Carolina too, yeah. Windy all over the East Coast. Ooh, they got a big production across the streets. I see a whole bunch of production trucks. I wonder what they're filming. Are they filming Law & Order, SVU? Or Special Crime Unit? They filming Blue Bloods? Always filming something here in New York. Especially around here. Hopefully we could use the elevator to take us up to the High Line. I hope we could get some sunshine too. Yeah, that'd be cool, JC. H Funny, good to see you. Welcome. Windy down there in the ILM. Yeah. A whole bunch of storms coming through this nation of ours the last few days. But no snow here in New York. I think we may go a whole year without. I think we may go a full 365 days without snow. I think we're already at, like, I think 310 days or 309 days without snow here in New York City. So I think we are due. We do. Tiny Mike, we need a good 18 inches of snow in 9 hours to shut down the city. Nice. Quiet everything down. They're not live streaming that all the time. That's what I need. I need some snow to live stream in. But nonetheless, still is kind of a nice day here in New York. That sun is doing its darndest to come out. Let's see if we can get a shot of it right here as I wait in the middle of 9th Avenue. Trying to come out. Snowstorms are live stream gold. Yes, they are. 9th Avenue, everyone, right here. Hopefully soon, Noble Sweetness. Hopefully soon. I think it's going to be next month also. I think it's going to be in February also. I think we're going to get lucky and get some snow in February, so I think it will happen. Maybe not a lot, but I think it will happen. Does the cloud look like a bra? Interesting. As we continue on, I think the High Line is just one more avenue away. Yeah, I would love to have a snowstorm to live stream it. It'd be a lot of fun. All right, gonna make our way down to 10th Avenue now. Just about a block away from the High Line Park. Everything is walking distance. It's New York. It's New York. It's nice to not be it's nice to live in a non-car centric place. I've lived in car centric places and it's really depressing. And as we make our way west down 23rd Street, it's a really nice classic architecture here. As we make our way down to 10th Avenue. See you, Sean. It's been cloudy there the past 2 weeks. It could be depressing, yes indeed. Outside of New York, it's hard to get around without a car. Not here in New York. Any pizza is a personal pizza if you try hard enough. Absolutely. Yeah, I lived in Florida, so not fun. I live stream from Bay Ridge many times because I have a residence in Bay Ridge. So I'm originally from Bay Ridge, currently living in Seagate, Coney Island, because of ongoing construction at my apartment building. All right, we have made it to 23rd here and 10th Avenue. Highline Park is right there. That sun trying to come out. I'm gonna cross over and then cross over again. Right up the block from the Empire Diner. Kind of a high class diner, but it's kind of cool. It's okay. But right now, we're now in Chelsea. Chelsea is one of the most expensive areas to live in the whole city, so. Yes, indeed, RoboJax. I see a elevator in our future. The whole problem now is going to be, will other people jump in the elevator with us? Let's find out. I got to be very calm and not look at the elevator, because once I look at the elevator, then that's when people will jump in. So I have to be very incognito here. Sweet Bella, welcome. So now we're going to take the High Line from 23rd Street and we're going to make our way up to Hudson Yards right here, which no doubt it's going to be very windy there. Good to see you, Sandra, welcome. Waiting to get our ride in the elevator here. In this elevator, or did somebody just call it? Yeah, somebody called the elevator just for the sake of calling the elevator. Isn't that nice? All right, Highline Park, closed doors. Going up to the Highline Park! Up to the Highline Park. How many more stupid comments will we get in the fucking chat right now? How many stupid more comments? Stay tuned and find out. Coming up next, the Highline Park. All right. Oh, the sun's trying to come out. Sun trying to come out. Tell you what, let's do it. We came all the way down this street here. We came all the way down. We walked all the way down this. And now we are here. Time to make our way over to Hudson Yards. Good to see you, William, out there in Brooklyn. Welcome. A lot of these buildings I don't know the name of, Ben. So sorry about that. A lot of these are residential buildings. That's what I do know. But I don't know the individual names of these buildings. We have a tornado right up ahead here. That's how windy it is here in New York today. And we have isolated tornadoes here in the Highline Park. You know, Natasha, I always forget the story about how Chelsea got its name. I always forget. It has an interesting story, Natasha. That's something I'm going to have to look up. It's a Tasmanian devil, yeah. A Tasmanian devil is here on the Highline Park. Good to see you, Deming. Welcome. So the Highline Park, no city money comes into the maintenance of the Highline Park. This is a private park here for the most part. It closes at 9 o'clock at night. And it is maintained by the Trust for the Highline, or Friends of the Highline Park. As the sun really comes out now, we got a shine coming off the duck at Hudson Yards right now. Ah, there you go, Neil with the information right there. As we approach and about to hop on, this is the 26th Street flyover. The 26th Street flyover is the only structure built on top of the original West Side Improvement. Here, landscape architect Pete Udolph creates a canopy corridor of trees. A lot of these trees that we see here that we're passing did grow wild in the 30 years this structure was abandoned. What Pete Udolph does is he rearranges the placement of these trees and adds some more trees to it so that we could be in a canopy of trees and a lovely little view here. And even in the wintertime, as you see, we still have some leaves on the trees, but come here in the spring and summertime and it is like a hallway, a tight corridor of greenery. So these are mostly residences, April. Along the structure here, it's mostly residences and art galleries. Like this down here, there's a bunch of art galleries on this street right here. So, art galleries and very expensive residences. John Lore, good to see you. You love Pete Udolph's designs? Yes, indeed. He has some amazing designs. But I remember when this was all coming together in the early 2000s. It was really fun to see the design competition come together. And yeah, it was cool to see this all come together and get built. One of Zaha Hadid's last designs is coming up on our left-hand side here. A ray of sunshine comment right there. That's a ray of sunshine. This building reminds me of Star Trek. And I will gladly take an apartment on the 8th floor. Really see that shine coming from the from Hudson Yards right now. They're adding a stairway to this section of the High Line here. I think an elevator also. They're adding to that little area right there. Yeah, Din Din, I love the colors it makes. You know, you have green, you have purples, you have yellows. The colors here along the High Line Park are pretty amazing. The landlord is CSX and X, and basically the structure can be reverted back into a freight rail line. The original West Side Improvement structure went as far south as Canal Street and as far north as 54th Street. And this structure here, the last remaining bit of the West Side Improvement, basically abandoned for 30 years until it gets to be remolded into a new park. Miss Cecilia, welcome. Sweet Bella, welcome. See you later, RJ. Fashion Institute of Technology is right over there, by the way. It's literally right over there. Ah, Miss Cecilia, my day is going great. Hope your day is going great too. Gonna need some cookies there, Noble Sweet. Noble Sweetness, you see these comments? You two will be you two will have to get stoned out of your mind to deal with the nonsense you got to read sometimes in the chat here. It's like, what? I try to do mental gymnastics to try to put some logic into it, but I realize now that I should not expect logic from the chat. So thus I do not. I try to maintain relevancy, and that's about it. So relevancy is paramount to how I communicate with all of you guys as of late. Relevancy to what we're seeing, relevancy to any kind of conversation we're having. And when people go off on tangents, I just don't even respond to it now. Hudson Yards, everyone. And the multicultural shed right in front of us. The entire structure, the dynamic structure that moves to create an open performance space. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Ramona. Yeah. Logic is overrated to some people, but not for me. Should be really nice and windy over here too now. It should be really nice and windy for the people who cannot handle the wind noise. Ah, don't worry, John. No need to moderate the room. There's been actually too many people who did not belong in the moderation box, which I don't know how some people ended up in there in recent days. So please do not, you know, no need to mod, if you will. No need to mod. I could take care of it. Looks like some people are a little behind in the chat. That's fine. There's a shopping mall here at the Hudson Yards. I mean, you have this is a performance space here. And then you have the vessel, which you're going to see in a moment here. And the vessel is a sculpture that people used to be able to climb over, but not anymore. And as predicted, it is very windy over here. I'm doing my best there, Redstone Soldier. I appreciate it. Here is the actual Hudson Yards. Eventually, they will be buildings built on top of the rail yard here. So only like with phase 1 and 2 are complete. There's still a phase 3 and 4. Quite a lot more construction has to go on to complete this whole neighborhood here. Bill Vick, welcome. How am I not doing? I don't know what I'm not doing. Okay. Yeah, maybe Viking. Maybe we'll get lucky and see the shed open one day. You're more than welcome, Activity 79. Thank you so much for tuning on in. Have a good evening. Here it is, the West Side, the story of the West Side Improvement. We've certainly come a long way, baby. Here to see Alistair Bruce. Before the West Side Improvement was built, you had these guys called the West Side Cowboys. They would ride horses in front of the freight trains to make sure traffic was clear. People still died, though. It was very dangerous. But the last delivery along this freight rail line was some frozen turkeys. But the shed, the vessel, and then we have all these other buildings here. The Jacob Javits Convention Center right down over there. And then in the foreground, we have the actual Hudson Yards featuring many trains from the Long Island Railroad. Let's go. Let's cut across to the. Let's cut across to the spur here. Let's see if there's any progress on the new link to the Moynihan Transit Hall. So no word yet on the Northwest Loop, Jim. No word yet on the West Side Loop. I'm hoping it's going to be sometime this summer. But they closed it and have yet to reopen it. Am I a rail fan? Or sometimes? Yeah, I saw that show in the shed too. It's pretty cool. No, I don't cover the auto show. It's kind of pointless to do that on a live stream. Brian Bell, good to see you. Little trippy, huh? Yeah, great views along the West End. Yeah, I think a long time ago we watched the sunset from over there. From that Northwest Loop there. Here is always windy. Good to see you, Susan from Toronto. Welcome. Shout out to all my Canadian viewers. But yes, very windy conditions here, everyone. Very windy conditions. We're gonna make our way down to the spur, and let's see if there's any progress on the connection to the Moynihan Transit Hall here. I love the benches. The benches all reference the whole braille structure that this used to be, and technically still is. As we make our way over to the spur, let's see if there's any real progress made on the eastern end here, connecting up the High Line with the Moynihan Transit Hall. I would say about 5 years old, 4 or 5 years old, Natasha. Yeah, the neighborhood's very, very new. Really only coming together truly around 4 years ago. I mean, for a while, this was just, you know, like a wasteland of you know, empty, not necessarily empty lots, but like exposed rail yard and all that kind of stuff. Do I have a favorite part of the High Line? I don't know if I have a favorite part of the High Line, Phyllis. I actually don't. I consider the High Line as like one continuous experience, so I don't necessarily have like any favorite parts. I did have favorite art that was here along the way. You know, there's been always weird art along the High Line, but never like a single area. But here is our extension, soon to be extension to the Moynihan Transit Hall, Penn Station. Thank you so much for tuning on in, Colleen. Have a great evening. But here is the extension. And that's going to take us to Penn Station eventually. It's pretty cool. I think it may open by summertime, but only time will tell. Here's 10th Avenue, ladies and gentlemen. Love that view of the grid, the amazing grid plan of 1811 in all of its splendor. Certainly looks really cool as we look north along 10th Avenue. Good to see you, Marco. Welcome. Let's look at traffic coming the other direction here. Let's see the traffic coming towards us. Natasha, you know, the mall is for the very rich, so, you know. That's Sun Boy trying to come out. The sun is trying to come out. Looking all the way down 10th Avenue now. William, good to see you. Or sorry, Dave. Willia Tech, welcome out there in New Zealand. Welcome. Good to see you, Dave, from New Zealand. You'll be here during the summertime. Nice. Come on out to New York. The extension is being built from scratch. Beach Bum. Yeah, no current statues on display here at the spur. I think we're going to wait until springtime to have a new piece of art here at the Spur. Yeah, the giant drone was here for a while. Not anymore. They had like a design competition to put like what kind of art was going to be here. One of them was going to be a giant pigeon. I was really hoping for the giant pigeon to win, but the giant pigeon did not win. I was a little let down by the giant pigeon not being built. Back into the wind, and we're gonna go back into Hudson Yards now to get some views of the vessel coming up next. This corridor is always windy, even when it's not windy outside. Mike Tiny, I'm glad you're enjoying the relevant information. I appreciate it. Somebody referring to me as Al. My name is not Al. What a day today. What a day. So Noble Sweetness, there's no timetable for the vessel to be reopened. They're trying to figure out how they're going to put like a safety system on the structure. So there's no set time for it. Some people, I do have some friends who live here at Hudson Yards, and the word on the street for some time during the pandemic was that they were going to take down the vessel and build it and rebuild it somewhere else. So I don't know what's going to happen with the structure. Joao, welcome. Ooh, these are newly planted. Very nice. Little berries for the birds. And there is the vessel, designed by Thomas Heatherwick. Thomas Heatherwick had an idea to build a structure, a sculpture that is kind of like the Eiffel Tower meets a Christmas tree, and the people are the ornaments. That was the idea behind the structure. Unfortunately, too many people killed themselves on this structure, and it got closed. And I'm going to show you, they do have some netting they attached to the structure. Thomas Heatherwick does not like any alterations being made to his sculpture, to his art, but for safety reasons, they have begun to install some netting on it. I'm going to show you the one section of netting here. And this area here is always windy. Always, always, always windy. It is always windy over here. Ooh, they closed it. Words, everyone, words. Let's see. Oh, did they take it down? I think they took it down. I think they took it down. I think they took down the netting they attached to the structure here. I explained myself about the splitter enough, gentlemen, so if we could, again, if the wind noise is a little bit too much, you know, just tune out, guys. I thought I explained myself enough about the splitter situation. Clearly, for the Giants fan, I did not. Hey, they took out the netting. I took out the netting. All right. The dumb comments have taken all my energy out of this live stream, so I wasn't going for a full and clean 3 hours, but I think we're done. So I want to thank everyone for tuning on in. And yeah, if you enjoyed the program, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Lets me know you care. Lets me know you enjoyed the broadcast. It will help more people find the broadcast. And if you enjoyed the live stream, regardless of the wind noise, make sure you hit that notification bell and subscribe to the Dutch Moz family of networks here on YouTube and on Instagram, all same name, at Dutch Moz. And what else and what more can I say? But I'm done. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for hanging on out with me. I want to thank all the super chatters. If you super chatted and hit the thumbs up, I really do appreciate it. You guys keep me going, especially on trying days like today. But from Hudson Yards here in Midtown Manhattan, this is Dutch Moz signing off. Have a fantastic New York day, whether you live here or not. I want you to hug your loved ones, cherish your moments. And good afternoon, good evening, and good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.